Leadership has never been more visible or more consequential. Leaders are navigating competing priorities, stakeholder pressure, talent challenges, and the constant demand to deliver more with less. They're expected to create clarity, build trust, lift performance, and keep people steady, all while the environment around them keeps shifting. But the question is no longer whether leaders have the technical expertise to do their roles. Most do. The real question is whether they're creating the conditions where people can do their best work and deliver their best results. And that's where many organisations get stuck, because leaders attend development programs, they collect tools, they gain insight, knowledge, ideas, and then they return to the same pressures, the same patterns, and the same ways of leading. And that's because many leadership development programs solve only a part of the problem. They add more tools, more models, more ideas. And while all of that can be useful, there's a problem, because if leaders return to the same way of thinking, relating, and acting when they're under pressure, the behaviour shift doesn't last for long. So leaders need more than skill acquisition. They need capacity expansion, the ability to think more systematically, relate more intentionally, and act with better judgment when the context is complex and there's no obvious right answers. That's what leading well today requires. Leadership doesn't scale through personal effort alone. It scales when leaders build the condition for others to think well, connect well, and deliver well. And that's why I created the Leadership Edge program. This isn't a general leadership workshop or a collection of disconnected modules. It's an integrated development experience that connects self-awareness, relational effectiveness, and system impact, so leaders can apply learning to the real pressures that they're navigating right now. The program develops leadership capability across 3 essential domains. Firstly, leading self. Leadership, as we all know, starts with that inner architecture. Leaders learn to understand their patterns, manage their reactions, make wise decisions under pressure and when uncertain. They also learn how to stay anchored in their values when the environment keeps shifting around them. Second, lead through relationships. Leadership is expressed and tested in the space between people and those relationships. Leaders strengthen how they communicate, navigate the conversation, the dialogues that matter the most, and build trust and influence that creates alignment when priorities compete. And lastly, leading the system. The best leaders don't just deliver results through personal effort. They shape the team climate and the team's practices that make performance sustainable. They look for patterns. They build adaptive capacity and create the conditions where progress continues without everything depending on them. So how do we do this? It's through practical frameworks, real workplace application, and structured reflection. Participants build the capability that they can use to deepen and enrich themselves over time. This program is designed for people leaders and senior leaders and leadership cohorts who need to elevate how they connect, think, and deliver in complex environments. After decades of working with leaders and organizations, I know this: leadership that relies on control creates compliance. In contrast, leadership that builds capability creates collective impact. When leaders know how to lead themselves, strengthen relationships, and shape the system, that ripple effect is measurable. Execution becomes reliable. Engagement lifts. Talent is more likely to stay. And performance, well, it compounds over time. So if this is a capability that you need to strengthen in your teams and in your leaders, let's have a conversation about the most useful next steps for you and your organization.